Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I know, I've been pushed out a YouTube video in a very long time, but I thought I'd make a quick one right here and hopefully get a little bit more into it. So, we're doing some hedge trimming today. This is a Thuja Nigra hedge, black cedar as they call it. Very, very common here where we live in Montreal, Canada. The number one choice for privacy hedges as they are very resilient to winter cold and snow load whenever structured properly. So, the structure that I'm working on right here is a little bit wider at the base than at the top. Eventually the top will be a little bit more rounded and snow load will kind of just roll off the hedge all the way down to the ground. At the same time, when a hedge base is a little bit wider at the ground, it will get a little bit more sun down there compared to if it was perfectly straight up and down, and will also lead to denser foliage down there at the bottom. And my business is 12 years old, young I guess you could say. And I've trimmed a lot of hedges, and this is one thing that I've observed and also have learned through other people's work as well, is to kind of try to maintain that wider base wherever possible. It's not always going to be recorrectable or something you can do depending if there's a pool nearby, depending if there's a gate or a walkway, but whenever you have a wide open space with a lot of sun, go for this optimal shape, especially whenever training a young hedge like we're doing here, and it's going to reap great rewards for you down the road. I always feel a little sense of responsibility on these ones because you know you're going to be back next year and the year after and the year after. So you want to make sure you give it your all and you put a lot of thought into what you're doing and you're able to explain to the homeowner, hey, this is why we're doing it. I think just talking to clients and explaining to them the reason why you're doing certain things has a tremendous weight to your services and really will in turn make them respect you and your professionalism a lot more. See that big hedge in the back? Next year, I want to reduce that thing by 3 feet because it's getting close to the wires. Yeah, it'll be a little bit of a shock for them. It has to get done though, and I'm sure that they will go along with it after I carefully explain to them what needs to get done. So, working on this little side hedge there, flipped around a little bit, and it's going quite well. Now I've pretty much done that side, walking back, and we're going to grab the ladder. Nice little shorty 6-footer. Love these little Hasegawa ladders. Perfect ladders for the little jobs. I mean, if you had an 8-foot ladder here, yeah, you could get the job done. Just would be a little awkward. I love having a ladder that's just a little shorter than the hedge. That's the dream. So on our truck, we carry a bunch of them at all times, and we're always ready for no matter what shows up. So the end goal for this height, currently it's maybe at around 7 feet, right? We want this hedge to be maybe 10 feet whenever it's all said and done. So we are just lightly tickling the tops to let it grow up all together instead of individual heads. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get up there, but it's all going to grow up in unison all together as it is a relatively new hedge. This is probably only, I think, 4 to 5 years since it was planted. So working really efficiently and quietly with those battery tools. Love Husqvarna's battery tools. No vibrations, no fumes. Can cut through stuff about 3/4 of an inch thick when needed. Whisper quiet. Clients love it. Clients, I think they really appreciate having that around their environment instead of having loud gas tools. I get a lot of compliments from clients who are very excited and hopping on the green bandwagon, I guess, with us, and consequently, you know, leads to them wanting to buy some of these for themselves too, a little handheld blower or whatnot. So there you go, top is done. Now we're just going to walk through and just hit that little pitch. Just touch it up. Just the tiniest little bit right there after that the top is done to work on that curve so that the snow load eventually rolls off. Altogether, we took a few inches off the top and we hit the sides as hard as we can every year to make sure that they stay in shape. We like to sharpen our trimmers every few weeks to make sure that we can offer a clean cut without fraying any of the cedar, or and also it helps efficiency. It makes us work a lot quicker whenever we have sharper tools. So it's definitely to your advantage to keep an eye on that. Kind of blending in the top and the cusp now together. This is a little hedge, you know. I think probably put like $150 on this hedge. And altogether, fast forward to this, it's probably 15 minutes of work more or less, but I like itemizing stuff, guys. whenever you get onto a job, whenever there's a lot of different things to do, I like to itemize it. But actually, you know what? It was not 100. It was probably just $100. Sorry, 150 would include a couple of other little items, but I like itemizing things. Whenever you just go and you charge per hour, you can never really make any money past your hourly wage, really, because you're limiting yourself to the clock. So charge per job. It will permit you. You'll lose some at first, but then eventually it'll permit you to make more profits. And just it's better for customers to say, okay, yes, I want that done this year. No, I don't want that done the next year, kind of thing. So this hedge looks great. Yeah, I agree. Let's look at that. Tiny little thing. Looking great. Thanks for watching.